Okay, it's rolling.
We were so poor that
and I had a silver spoon in my mouth.
there
did?
really wasn't anything good about it except that we were all happy.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have a pot. In fact, when we first came to California, my dad built it. I mean, he upped a tent.
Pitched
You
a
know,
tent.
pitched a tent. That's what I was looking for. And so we lived in that tent for a long time. He made a wooden floor. We lived in it for a long time while he got this other house built, so we could live in that. And that was a 2-bedroom with 8 kids. So you feature that.
And I had my own bedroom. A mother, 2 dads, a sister, a dog that got killed. But we were happy too.
You were happy. And then you met in high school, I guess?
Yeah, we met our sophomore year
Yeah,
in high school, and we've been together ever since.
Wow.
Isn't that sweet?
No, we broke up one time our junior year. And I got in love with somebody else, but it didn't work out, so I had to go back to her. But it worked out all right. We adjusted.
Yeah.
And then we had 3 little girls. Deborah's the oldest, sweet little girl. Lisa is the second, and she's my love.
We call her Louie the Lip.
Louie
And
the Lip.
third was Dina, and she is my love above all loves.
And better mention Debbie. She's your love
I
too.
did,
Okay.
I did. I said, sweet little girl,
Okay.
she's my love.
Okay.
And then,
And no boys.
no, except we have Buddy, and he's a boy.
Yeah.
And he's a
Were you
pain-
sad when you didn't have any boys?
And
kids?
he's a pain in the neck.
Kind of, because the doctor told him,
Louie.
congratulations, you got a boy.
And
Oh, and
that
then
was
they
Louie.
changed it?
Yeah, that was with Lisa.
Wow.
They switched on me.
Wow.
They gave me her instead of my boy.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was all for the better because he would have never been able to take the time with the little boy. He would have never.
Oh, he'd probably been a professional baseball player or something. I know he would have had all kinds of abilities. Because I'm so good at handy and doing things,
Yeah.
I build things and tear them down. And
So, you two were alive before the Second World War.
well, of course.
37.
That is crazy.
The World War started December '41.
And you remember parades when it was over?
I remember the Santa Ana, where the Orange County Fairground is, and that's where the troops came, the train, before they shipped overseas. I remember tanks going down on the street. Army guys everywhere.
Remember the blackouts?
Yeah,
We used to have blackouts. They'd cut off all the electricity in the whole town because in case an enemy aircraft was flying over, they could see perfectly.
Wow.
And so they cut off the electricity. And I remember when the war ended, everybody ran out of their houses and were dancing and hugging each other. And
Wow.
it was really...
And you were only like 8 or 9.
No,
I think
we
we
were
were younger.
4.
Oh.
When
Yeah.
this war started, I was almost 5.
When it ended, though, it
It was
was...
I ended in '45, so I was probably 8 when it opened.
Yeah, probably both of us.
Wow. That's
We used to
crazy.
have victory gardens. We grow our own
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
call them victory
Were
gardens.
things different back then?
Oh,
yeah.
my word.
And I still have my coupon book from World War II. You had to have coupons to go to the market to get
sugar and
Yeah,
shoes.
shoes
Wow.
you had to get them. And I still got the coupon book too.
Wow.
And
Oh, that'll be a collector's item.
yeah.
Yeah.
It already is, I
I
bet.
mean, where-
Yeah, I wonder where it is.
I don't know. It's somewhere.
Yeah, but I
Wow.
remember this guy had it in his possession, and he sent it to him. I don't know how he got it,
Yeah.
but I guess because his mom and the other woman were
It's in
real
good shape
friends.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I might need it again someday.
So we got your childhood. How
Yeah.
about your middle years?
our middle years were mainly it was
Raising
raising,
the kids.
Yeah,
Working.
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 Yeah, we
Yeah,
Did you take your kids to the shop every now and then?
yeah, I
Lisa,
would.
Lisa wouldn't. She'd cry every time she wouldn't even walk in the shop. I had to hold her, and she started crying.
Oh.
You know, but later on, she could work a tire machine. She was good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The other two never took an interest in it. That's why Louie, she's running the one today,
Yep.
and your dad's working for her.
you did. Yeah,
She
your
tells him
dad-
what to do.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Pretty much. It hasn't changed. She didn't fall too far from the big tree.
And then, oh, tell them about the time that you went to, Debbie was home with Lisa and we told her, okay, we found a car. Bring her on over to the car lot. And we told her where it was in Garden Grove. And we've got a perfect car for her.
And she got there and she's
So she drove up and she said,
terribly
it better
ungrateful.
not be that one. And that was the one that
Oh,
it
no.
perfect Plymouth skin.
It was perfect.
And she cried.
Oh,
She said, I'd rather walk than drive that.
Can you imagine?
Oh,
She
my
is so
word.
ungrateful. Oh,
Can you?
But now you love her to death.
Yeah.
So.
well, sometimes.
Yeah, she's really turned out to be a
What,
wonderful
are you really going to
child.
play this at our
Yes, so they're going to be...
funeral? Oh, I wouldn't play at my funeral.
No, not your
How
funeral.
about my next wife or next wedding
Maybe.
or something?
Maybe that.
Excuse me. How about, why don't you play it at our 100th birthday?
Yeah, your 100th birthday.
Yeah.
We're going to do
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah. Would that be better? Instead of our funeral.
What else do you guys want to say? You have your whole lifetime to talk about.
Well, no,
I
I think
know
we're
it.
done.
No.
Oh, I don't like
No,
this.
let me think now.
I
just
could
a
never
minute.
be an actor and sit in front of a camera.
Okay, what do you... Okay, this is deep. What do you want to tell your kids after
Oh.
you're gone?
Yeah, that's right.
We'll see you in a little while.
Yeah, that's it.
And I can leave if you want to talk to the camera a little.
No, don't do that.
But this is very like... This is
Yeah.
tragic.
Let's see. First, I think we better start with Debbie.
Okay.
And
Once you group them.
and tell her how much we love her. And
You're going to make me cry.
I know what.
Is she crying?
It's
Come here.
hard. This is hard. And how proud we are of her.
Yeah, very proud. And her and her family, how she raised them.
She did a wonderful job.
Yeah.
And
And she married the redhead with the curly hair, but he turned out pretty good.
I think this was her room one time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had a private room, and the other two had to share. She was always the princess that threw her underwear under the bed.
Yeah. And then, how about Lisa?
Well, Lisa, she's not bad.
I'll tell you, she is perfect.
Well, she's a hard worker.
Oh,
She's a little bit more talented than I am in doing things, laying tile and everything. But, you know, I'm learning. I laid brick the other day. If she saw it, she'd probably laugh. But I don't want her to see it.
Lisa can do just about anything. And she does it well, too.
Yeah. She takes after the Ellison side of the family.
Yeah, she does.
Patterson side does, yeah.
They'd rather sit back and... Why don't you keep that foot still? I'm wondering why it's moving. And Dina,
Dina,
what do you say, Dina?
she's in a class by herself.
Well,
No, she's great. A hard worker.
yeah. She's put up with a lot of stuff, really.
You're going to make me cry.
I know it.
This is so
Well,
sad.
But
You raised 3 great girls.
How many minutes we got going here?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Keep it
anyway,
going.
just keep talking.
You need it.
You,
We need to get to Dina.
Don't we
Yeah,
take a break
and-
for...
Dina is just precious. I'm so glad now that I had her.
I told you would be. But you
Just
didn't
can't believe it, though. I could not believe it. When I was pregnant with her, I just could not believe it.
And she didn't
But-
want another child.
No, because I had Lisa in school and Debbie in school all day, and then whammo, I got hit with another one. And I thought, oh, that's ridiculous. So anyway, now I think it's one of the
blessing.
best things. Yeah, and it's truly a blessing because, you know, I could never imagine life without her. And,
Are we done?
no, would you judge?
I don't yell at me.
Well,
You
still.
don't like to yell during the crowd. The people in the,
I know
in
it.
the funeral home don't want to hear that yelling, do they?
Mm.
Let's Okay.
So what would you say to them if they're watching this?
We'll see you in a little while.
A little while. Yeah.
Because life is like a vapor. Here today and gone tomorrow.
No, it appeareth for a little while
Well,
and then vanishes away.
I know that, but we're here today, gone tomorrow.
Why do you try to be so funny?
Well, no, that's true.
Well, that's
Isn't that true?
it's so stupid. Why do you try to be so funny? I don't think it's funny.
I don't either. I can't help it. I mean, that's a fact. Right? Isn't that right, Trevor?
Oh,
true.
man, and let me think of some more.
I mean, this is going to be
fun
so
things.
hard to watch.
Huh?
This is going to be so hard to watch.
Is it?
I mean, sad. This is going to be horrible.
Wait, the trouble is, Grandma's going to be 95, and she's you have to take another video of her without me.
Yeah, that's true.
So what do you want to say to your grandchildren? Do you want
Well, we've lived in this house for 40, how long, Jim?
47 years.
47
years.
Yeah, I should
And we don't plan on moving.
look at how cute this room is.
Oh, what's the matter?
I'm just showing them the room.
Oh.
You guys have such a cute home.
Yeah,
Oh, thank
the
you,
grandkids
Kirby.
are great, every one of them. And I finally got my boys, 5 of them. 4 not bad, 1 so-so. Nah, they're all good. Just kidding. They all got different personalities,
Yeah.
and the 2 girls are great.
Can you believe your grandchildren are all totally independent, pretty much? I mean,
Madison,
Lindsay's on her own, Kyle's on her own,
I
Garrett's
know it.
going to be on his own, I'm going to be on my own, Nick's going to be on his own.
and Nick. I mean,
And all that came from you two.
I know it.
Isn't that crazy?
It is.
and Josh is, well, at this time he's 32 right now. Isn't that amazing? Little
Wow.
great grandbabies too.
Oh, he's so cute. I just love that child.
Yeah.
But let's think of some more things that we could say.
Yeah.
Um,
What's the secret to raising your kids? Because I think you two did a
Church.
good job.
church. That's the only thing.
And Grandma had a stiff upper hand.
Yeah, I did.
Didn't let them get away with it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You can't give in.
And I used to say, "Oh man, I'm so tired. I can't go spank her because I'm tired." I'd say, "I've got to do it. Doesn't matter. Got
Yeah.
to do it."
If they didn't make a proper bed, she ripped it up. And they learned how to make a proper
Boy,
bed.
they all make good beds.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Well,
they,
She trained them. They didn't like her very much at the time.
no.
I think they love her now.
Well, things
You think
I
changed.
think so.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, you know,
Mm.
at the time, I'm sure it wasn't pleasant for me either, you know, being a mother. But always at night I'd go in and kiss him, tell him how much I loved him.
That's it?
Yeah, and I think that probably, but mainly I think it was church.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, why could I have said, "No, you can't do that"? No, because I would tell them, "No, don't do that." But then they'd say, "Why couldn't I?" Well, because I didn't make the rules. God made the rules. And I always said that. And I always made them do their lesson, polish their shoes, everything like that the night before church. So they'd be perfect.
Just made it
in
a
the morning.
priority.
Yeah. And I think that's probably most of it, you know. What else? Can you think of anything else?
What else would you want to tell them?
Oh, I've got so many things.
I know, it's
I should
hard. I
tell
should have
them.
gave you time.
Yeah. No, that's all right.
I could do this again. I could bring it back.
Yeah, let's do it again.
No.
You want to take a pause
What
for a
do
sec?
I want
and
to tell them? I
think?
want to know. Take time
What's your word?
Take
We
time
love them
to
and
smell
we're proud of them.
The roses.
to smell the roses. Yes.
Yeah.
That's one regret that I have, because if I had it to do all over again, I'd sit and play with their dolls with them.
Yeah.
And I do some fun things. And Debbie always liked to cook, and
We did a lot of fun things with them. We took a lot of trips with
Yeah.
them. Hawaii.
Oh, Hawaii all the time.
yeah,
Yeah.
We
And
took a lot of
then,
fun trips with them.
I think our family continues that tradition.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, you're
And-
going in June too, aren't you?
I think so.
Yeah.
yeah. That'll be fun.
Oh yeah.
And then we went to Europe with Lisa. We took Lisa because she fought so much with Debbie and Dina. So we took her, and,
And then
she
Debbie
went
went
with
on
us.
her own with the school to Europe.
Yeah,
And Dina stayed home and babysat that time we went.
yeah. She didn't want to go with us,
She
Oh.
did.
and we took a Caribbean cruise. She wanted to stay home with the Powell children.
Oh.
Was
So,
not too smart.
well, but she. Oh, that's fun.
Excuse me.
Well, I don't care if I'm fat, and shut up. I'm not
I
fat.
didn't say nothing.
Can you repeat that for the camera? now?
I got
No.
twice the woman I married.
So see, you got twice of me then.
Huh? I know, they're double trouble.
All right, we're rolling now.
You're
Okay.
rolling, huh?
Yeah.
You're rolling.
Okay, so
So what can you tell us about
when
some stories?
when you're raising the girls, anything
Mhm.
you
Raising
remember?
the girls.
Yeah.
The best thing for me though was work.
Work.
And Di took care of everything. And I'd come home and she said, whip them. I said, what for? I just got home. I didn't know they did anything wrong. He said, whip them. Well, no. They were good in general.
Yeah,
They weren't perfect.
They were,
They did a lot of things wrong.
but they were
Probably
really
more
good.
things than we know about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember them coming
Things
home
we
late
don't-
with
I really don't want to know.
their boyfriends?
Well,
Yeah.
Debbie was fearful all the time,
Hmm.
and I wish that she wasn't. But she was, and so she never did anything bad. I mean, I'm really proud of her because of that.
And Lisa, she was kind of a rebel.
But she was not to me. You know,
no,
she was good around the house, and she would just go up to her room and hibernate. And then one time, oh, I'll remember this. This is awful. She would not eat her vegetables or even take a bite because she didn't like vegetables. So I made her sit there, and it was 8 o'clock at night, and she was still sitting there. And I went by and I said, "Would you sit there and eat those vegetables?" And I hit her on the head, and her head went forward, and she broke her tooth. Oh,
Child abuse.
I mean, I felt so off. I went up to her room that night and I said, "Lisa, oh, I felt awful because I, ruined her tooth." And that was probably the worst thing that I ever did to those kids. Don't you think?
Probably.
You make me so sad. You're making me so sad.
Probably the worst.
Probably the worst, does it? Well, if that's
Oh,
the
and
worst.
then Dina, I have to tell you, one time when Dina was a baby, I put her down for a nap up here, and then the kids came home, and I told Lisa, or Debbie, one of them, "Would you go up and check on the baby?" And that's what I always called her, the baby. And so, so she came up and listened at the door, and then she heard her ga ga ga, and so she opened the door, and there was poop all over the bed
She's eating
and on the walls,
Oh my.
and she had eaten that.
No.
So,
She acquired a taste for it.
so then I took her in the bathroom and cleaned her all up and got her perfect, and I went to kiss her,
Oh, she.
and I smelled it on her breath.
Oh.
See, she didn't know the difference, though.
Recycled food.
And so, that was one of the worst things. I'll never forget that. There were many, many, many stories like that. But I think that was one of the worst.
Do you remember when Debbie or Lisa got their first home? And did you help them move in and all that?
Yeah,
Wow.
we did. We was over on
15th Street.
15th Street, yeah. It was their first home. We went over, and I used to get up and have to go to work and be down there early. So I'd get up really early, and I'd go over to the house and work for a little while before I had to go to work. And so I painted and did all that, and it was a nice house, you know. And that was
Which one, Debbie's? Or?
Debbie's, and then Lisa bought it. Then Debbie moved to Florida, and then Lisa got the house. So then they sold it, and then they bought the house on Falmouth. And Dina had 2 houses, I think, didn't she?
Yeah, she lived in Corona. We kind of helped her get that, and then it was a long drive all the time. And Ron didn't want to come back to Orange County, but you know, Dina wanted to, so they bought the house over on, what's the name of it?
On Wheeler
Wheeler Place.
Wheeler Place.
Yeah. So they lived there quite a while. And then Ron passed away. And
that was sad.
Dina was remarried.
I even remember that one.
Yeah.
Ron, I think he passed away in 2001. He's only like 43, I think, when he passed away.
Yeah, he had a brain tumor. That was.
But anyway, all the kids are settled now. They all got homes.
They're all in their homes.
And Lisa and Gary have remodeled their house and it looks real nice. Debbie's got a nice home. And Dina's got a nice home. They're lucky.
Yeah.
Very lucky.
3 homeowners.
And now the grandkids have got to start getting homes.
Good luck.
Yeah. Well, Josh has it.
Well, you've got your mom and dad, and they'll help you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure.
You know, Josh
and
has
Garrett is doing wonderful in real estate. So that's really going to help him because he'd love to buy a home before they get married, but I don't see how he will.
That's hard in this market. I don't know how they afford it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So are you 2 savvy with technology nowadays?
Yeah, real good.
Real savvy.
We know all about emails.
Oh, email.
We know about Facebook. And
do you know how to YouTube something?
Well, YouTube I'm not too good at. But I can YouTube anything. But my typing's a little suspect.
Oh, who's a better typer?
Diane's a better typist. Trevor's good though.
I'm pretty good.
Trevor is really good. I'll tell you.
That's my idol. I'd like to be that fast, but I can't do it.
Yes, you can. You just don't think about the keys. You just do.
If I don't think about the keys, I don't hit the right one.
If
right?
you 2 went back in time and changed your job, like if you didn't have the shop,
Change the job.
and if you didn't meet him who had the shop, like what would you do?
I have no idea.
Anything? Anything with like...
I would have married Jim Fuller.
Work for Edison or
I would have
something?
married Norma probably. I would have been number 1 out of 7. She was married 7 times, but I don't know.
Do you remember the Vietnam War?
Oh, sure.
That's really recent.
Really?
Oh, it's recent in our minds
Oh.
anyway.
Remember the Korean War too?
Oh, the Korean War.
Korean War was right after World War II. That started in 1950.
Wow.
I was 13.
When did the United States start going downhill?
Yeah, when did they?
I don't know.
Obama got in there, you think?
I think.
No, it was before that.
Because you lived in a time where it was pretty godly.
Yeah.
Godly nation.
Yeah.
They just didn't do things, you know, no one lived together.
No, you
And
wouldn't
they didn't
think
have a
of
baby.
living with
Well,
someone.
maybe out of wedlock, but I mean, normally you married the person. I don't know if that's, you know, it's terrible. I mean, they drank, smoked, the whole thing, you know, but it's just, they're just ridiculous today.
It is. Oh, isn't
And all the
it?
filthy filthy in the movies, you never felt filthy.
Never heard that?
Never.
Wow.
Never.
They always had a story to them, but now it's all
I wish we could go
Filthy
back
language.
to those days.
filthy.
So do my kids, because the kids always say, "Oh, you were so lucky to live then. We didn't have to put up with all this."
You know, in the early 50s, orange groves everywhere, run around. I mean, you didn't have to worry
Yeah.
about anything.
No, you didn't. When Jim was little, he used to run down the middle of the street to go home, and I did too.
Wow.
When we lived in Encinitas.
I was in the 3rd grade. My mom let me go to the show at night and walk home.
Wow.
I mean, you're talking probably at
9
least
years
a mile,
old.
mile and a half.
Wow.
at night.
No cell phones either?
Oh,
No cell phones.
You got a telephone, you pick it up, and they say, number please.
Oh, the operators.
Yeah, and operators, and then we got to the dial, and that was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cell phone.
How about fridges, microwaves? When did that come
No
out?
microwaves.
No microwaves.
We had ice boxes. They deliver ice and put the cup on top.
Mm-hmm.
Then they had milkmen that deliver the milk.
Oh, milkman.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had the helmsman that come by with all the cream puffs and everything,
And
the bread.
bakery donuts, that were
Oh,
just
yeah.
delicious.
It was a good time.
And in your day, going out to eat was rare?
Oh yeah,
never
very
go out to
rare.
eat. Never go out to eat.
Wow.
My mother always used to cook, and his mother always cooked.
Well, they didn't have fast food back then.
Really? No Taco
Yeah.
Bell?
No, we didn't have
I think
anything like that. Like what they,
nothing.
everybody goes out to eat every meal now. And then really, I think that's part of the downfall of the United States, because I think a family that
Family meals and talking.
Well, like, when we first started driving, the price of gas was 19 cents a gallon.
Wow.
And you can buy a brand new car. I remember in 1957, a brand new Chevy was $1,700, $1,700, not thousand.
Oh, I could buy several.
Yeah. Of course, the wages weren't too good.
$1 an hour or something.
Yeah, I worked in the packing house for $1 an hour. But that was good money then. When you could buy a hamburger, french fries, and a Coke for 47 cents.
Wow. That's good.
I remember when Debbie was little, she was probably 15, 16. I used to love to shop for her because she had the cutest figure and she looked good in everything that she put on. And I would buy her thousands of shoes and stuff like that. And she had the cutest clothes. And that was fun. And then Lisa, when she came along, she didn't really care much for clothes, although that she did want these, what kind of shoes were those? Those suede shoes that she wanted. And I said, no, those are boys' shoes. She said, well, everybody wears them. I said, I don't care. If everybody wears them, you're not going to wear them. So I wouldn't get them for her.
You sound like her.
Yeah.
I can hear her in you.
Oh, really?
She'd pout.
She'd pout.
Well, I'd just tell her no.
Why was she called Louis the Lip?
Because she had a mouth that would never shut up. Louis. Have you ever seen her do that?
No, never.
Really?
She's as quiet as a church mouse now.
What happened?
I don't know.
I don't know.
She told me that she used to be pretty wild. She hung out with...
Well, I know. I
No,
don't want to
she
know
was
what she
never
did.
wild.
Well, she was with a wilder crowd,
Yeah.
but she
Right.
wasn't.
But she always did the driving. She
Yeah.
never drank.
What we know of.
She smoked every now and then. Big deal.
Was Debbie or Dina wild?
Dina was probably just a little bit. Debbie was not. Debbie was really a good kid. If everybody had a Debbie, this world would be wonderful. Really.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. What do you want to say to them?
Golf will be over in 20 minutes.
Let's see. They're watching this in 10 years, and you're.
Can you make it?
with them?
Can you make it 15 or 20?
Okay, 15 years, and you're there with the makeup on. What do you want them to watch?
What do I want to watch?
Yeah.
Not the video. It's too long.
I mean, not at the funeral.
Well, they're going to get bored,
They're not. They're going to cherish this.
No, they're going to get bored. Say, man,
No.
the service not over yet. I say, this guy's been dead for a while. Let's just keep going. And yeah, really. If I was at a funeral, I wouldn't watch this thing. For
Well,
this long.
maybe they won't watch it. They're not going to watch it at the funeral. They're going to watch it when they get home or something.
Oh, you're going to sell it, huh?
What do you want to tell them?
I've already said it. Much
I
I want
know,
to say.
but you got to say more. They
Why?
want to hear your voice.
Well,
Yeah.
Because
no.
they're never going to hear your voice again.
Well, they'll hear it here.
That's so sad.
I know, it's very sad.
Isn't that
Well,
sad?
But
we
it's
all gotta
important,
go-
though. This is very important.
Yeah.
We all got to go through it, I guess.
I know, it's depressing.
Mm-hmm.
depressing.
And then, how was your parents?
My parents?
Yeah, we didn't talk about that yet.
Well,
Alma
I
and-
loved my mother and dad very much. But my dad had this disease called schizophrenia. And when he would go off the deep end, I mean, it was awful. He would accuse my mother of poisoning him and doing all this stuff. And I could usually calm him down, you know. He'd be sitting on the edge of the bed and I'd go in and I'd say, Dad, you know I would never let Mom do something like that. And then he'd come out and he'd be pretty good. And my mom had a very, very, very hard life.
With 12 brothers and sisters?
No, she had, I think it was 4 or 5 sisters and 1 brother that was killed during the war. And
World War One?
Yeah.
World War
War
II.
Two.
Oh, two.
Two. And that's something that she never got over. And then there were some times that were really hard for her. I can't imagine. But
It's Christmas she'd get an orange, or was that someone else's
yeah,
story?
that was, she would take us to the Lutheran church on Christmas Eve because they gave us all a little sack of candy, of nuts and fruit, and there was a little sack like that, and so we all got a sack because she'd take us there. And I guess it was like 7 or 8 o'clock at night, and we'd walk through the snow to get to the church, and then we'd walk home. And one time, oh, this is good. One time she left my brother home, my oldest brother, and so, and we had opened gifts before we went to church. And all I wanted was some colored chalk and a chalkboard. That's all I wanted in the whole world. And so I got it. I could not believe that she found the little blackboard with the colored chalk. So we went to church, and after church we walked back home, and there was my brother who had been sick, and he had been into the Christmas gifts, and he had taken all of the chalk and broke it in pieces.
Oh, no.
Me.
Man, and I guess, I don't know, but I think my mother whipped him
Yeah.
good, because
Back when that was legal.
yeah, and man, that was awful.
Yeah.
I can still see that all the way home where we walked and the moon was shining. It was just,
Yeah.
oh, it was a beautiful, beautiful time.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was probably
69, 70?
Oh no, it was probably 70 years ago. And then I remember when I had my appendix out, the doctor, he was an osteopath, which is not a regular medical doctor, but she had taken me to Springfield, which is another town above where we lived. And he said, well, do you mind if I keep her all night? And I was scared to death, but I was hurting so bad that it didn't matter, so I went on his couch, I think, and then it was early in the morning. I don't remember what day, but took me to the hospital, and he said, we're going to do surgery on you, and I think you have appendicitis. And sure enough, that's what it was. Man, I was perfect after that. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks.
When was this?
This was back in 1943 or 4.
Wow.
And
And Jim,
What?
your your parents?
My turn for what?
Yeah, you could
My
talk
mom
about
and dad?
yeah, how they grew up. Were they
Well,
poor?
let's see here. My mom and dad, they got a divorce when I was probably in the 2nd or 3rd grade.
Ooh, wow.
And my mom was a cashier at Alpha Beta Market. My dad, he took off somewhere. And then later on, I think he went to law school. But I never had much to do with him. And my mom remarried, and I didn't care for him too much. He was an old retired Navy guy, worked for the IRS, and then she was divorced from him. And then my mother lived by herself with my sister and I. And what happened? Well, my mother unfortunately drank a lot. And, you know, we'd come home from school and there'd be $1 sitting there for our dinner. So we had to go out by ourselves.
Oh, but that was a lot, right?
Well, we could get 47 cents. We get
Oh,
a
yeah.
hamburger, Coke,
See-
and a fry.
Yeah, okay.
So, but and I had, my grandmother lived in Santa Ana. But, we never wanted for anything really. And, Christmas time, of course, my mother, she was always big on Christmas. She'd start shopping in August and get us each about 10, 12 presents. And I'd have most of them opened up before the night, because, I had them rewrapped and everything. I knew what they were. But,
Oh, that's
no, even though my dad left, or I had a stepdad I didn't care for, but, it was a good life. I enjoyed it.
yeah.
I loved my mother a lot. And she had her faults.
You ever went hungry?
No.
Never.
No.
Oh, you too? Never
No.
went
Well,
hungry?
we used to eat bacon drippings on our bread for
Well,
breakfast
I never went hungry.
Oh, okay.
because we were so poor.
Wow.
And then we'd put salt on it, on the bread, on the bacon drippings. And one time I got too much salt on it. I was only about probably 4 or 5, and I got too much salt on it, and so I had to scoop it off.
Well, we
It's
used to eat
awful.
sugar sandwiches.
Yeah.
Eat butter and then put sugar on it.
Oh, I think that's good.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
But, she was born in Minnesota. I was born and raised in Orange. And really, I'm not far from Orange
Yeah,
now.
not far from the apple tree, or
No.
however the expression is.
Yeah.
It was,
Okay.
enjoyed it. Are we done?
No.
Come on.
No, come on. And his mother, he said she drank a lot. She didn't drink a lot.
Well, she went on the weekends a lot.
I mean, she'd go out. No, it wasn't like every night.
Oh, no.
All
no,
that.
No. She worked. She didn't.
And she was a good woman. She
Did
was
she?
and pretty too. She was very nice looking, and she.
Runs in the family.
Well, I think you look exactly like your dad.
Oh, no. He's an ugly mutt. Oh, my word.
He died at age 80
Yeah, he ate 80, I think, of meanness.
of meanness.
Yeah, he died from meanness.
No, that was Lucille.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lucille was the one that was.
Well, my dad wasn't too good.
Yeah.
But anyway, we can't pick and choose, can we?
But he honored you. He would come and see you around Christmas or whatever. So, and then when he got really sick, then who would he call except you? And you'd have to go over and pick him up and put him back to bed and all that. And that was when you went to work. I can remember when the phone would ring, he'd go, "Oh no!"
I'll leave him on the floor. I'll be there later. I couldn't do it. Oh,
Oh man, that
I hope
was.
somebody picks me up when I fall down.
Oh, we will.
Will you?
Oh, yeah.
I hope so.
You got good grandkids.
Do you? Yeah, but what if you're not here?
No, you call us with your cell
Okay,
phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know how to work your cell phone?
Oh no! One will say, "I'll call Garrett." No, call Josh.
And I
I'm
just
busy.
adored Joshua.
Yeah.
You know, he was the first grandchild, and oh, we
thicket
just
man.
loved him. And then she took him to Florida. To Florida. That's millions of miles
Yeah.
away. We were sick for 3 days. We all moped around. I remember we didn't talk. I would cry all the time
The
because
thicket man.
yeah. You know, he'd get in the car. We'd bring him home after church, and so he'd get in the car and he'd say, "I fick it, Pop, I fick it." So he'd get underneath by my feet, and he'd get up in there, and he'd
the
pretend
dashboard.
like he was fixing
Oh.
the car. Oh,
That's cute.
that's right. Oh, it was so cute. Josh was just a doll.
Logan is a doll. too.
Yeah. Well, if you liked Logan, you would have loved Joshua. Because Josh, you know the picture I have downstairs? Oh, I just love it. Debbie always dressed him darling. And was spotlessly clean all the time. You know. And then I remember one time with you, when you were a baby. I mean, no,
Oh, with me?
you were a little guy. We were at Dina's house, and she was having a birthday party for Nikki.
Uh-huh.
And I think they said, "Come on, Trevor, it's your turn."
Look at the hand.
And so you didn't like that, and you kicked over the whole.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Do you?
Kind of, yeah.
Well, you kicked over the.
I think I was like 6.
Oh, is that right? And your mother was just in tears. She just
Yeah.
didn't know what to do.
Well, Jim wants to get out of here.
I know. About 10 more minutes of golf, so now.
What do you need to see in golf?
Oh, I don't know. I just like it. This is better than this.
This is
Here,
vital.
kiss you.
How about them apples?
They're gonna like to see that.
Okay.
Well, what I mean?
Signing off.
No, not signing off.
What?
What you need to. I think Diane's talked a little bit more, so you need to talk
I
about.
think she talks a lot.
No. You need to.
No,
What do you want to tell your Okay, I'm zooming in on you. What do you want to tell them?
Ooh, the grandkids.
Everybody, grandkids, grandchildren.
Take one day at a time, live at the best of your ability. And, like my grandma says, smell the roses. Life is short.
And you'll see us soon.
You know, I'm proud of most of you right now. In fact, I'm proud of all of you. What you're doing. I don't know. What else are you going to tell them? They're going to do what they want.
See you soon.
Huh?
See you soon. Right? In heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, our bodies will be changed, but I hope we make
We gotta
it.
find you.
No,
I'm-
no, you got to say, I am going to make it.
I am going to make it.
That's right.
And
we
we'll-
know we're going to make it.
And I'll be hollering for you, and so you better say, we're over here.
Yeah.
Meet at the foot of Jesus, and then that's the meeting place.
Uh-huh.
Hope I get a better body than this one.
Oh, yeah, you will. That shouldn't be too hard to get.
Oh! I know it has deteriorated a lot.
Well, you've held up, though. You're able to move around.
Okay,
Anything
On
else?
the
you
other
wanna say?
side.
that's all.
We'll see you on the other side.
Yeah.
See you on the other side.
I won't have to have hearing aids.
Yeah?
Or
Alright.
cataracts.
Okay.
Okay.
The old folks love everybody.
Okay.
Signing off.
See you later. And that was... No.
Oh.
That's what Josh bought him for my birthday the other day.
Oh, what the...
For this thing here.
Oh, that
Hey,
little thing.
baby!
Oh, he loves it, I bet.
You know, normally he hasn't been playing a lot lately, but he got hold of that. Come on, baby. Come on.
17.
Oh, he looks so good after his groom.
Yeah.
Oh. He's got a strong grip. Strong bite. The two-legged dog.
We got a hold of that thing.
Oh, he's so cute.
Who's that, Jim? Who's that?
I have no idea.
So this is the old folks' favorite hobby, huh? Golf? You like golf, Di?
She
Oh,
loves.
I love it.
She loves cooking show.
Oh, cooking. Do you watch Paula Deen?
Oh, all the time.
Oh, that's 24/7. Come here, baby.
I
No.
love golf.
Yeah, she likes golf. Likes to watch it.
Loves golf.
Yeah. In the trap.
Get it. Oh, yeah.
You think he's getting skinny?
I think he's skinny, but hasn't he always been skinny?
No. He lost 3 pounds.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. That's not good.
Oh, but he's so cute, though.
Listen, the doctor told me that's for the diabetes.
I got it.
Ernie!
All right. Well, I just had to get some footage of Buddy.
Come on, baby.
Buddy.
Come on.
Oh, you're cute.
The scoring today was excellent.
He's still got a little life to him.
Yeah.
But we we did have good conditions.
All you guys did.
Did you see? Come here, babe. Did you see his underneath his chin? He was itching so bad.
Oh,
And now it's healed though.
yeah.
Yeah. He just with his hind foot so bad, there's a big old scab under there.
Poor little thing.
Yeah.
But his diabetes is under control now?
Not really.
No.
He's drinking too much water again.
Oh.
I noticed lately.
Well, at least it's not like cone worthy of, you know, you don't have to use a cone anymore.
I keep giving him.
This year with sort of good expectations. In a time for 47 for
Pretty good day.
Camilla was 6 under.
I just gotta record this.
That's what he is?
Camillo,
Oh, really? Camilla.
Look at how good of a dog he is.
6 under.
That's your buddy.
Such a
That's
good
the
dog.
400 weekly.
Lots of them are 4.
Mm-hmm. You say what Tiger was?
No, we'll get to it in a minute.
a lot of good shots.
He shot a 70 in the first round, even par.
Just a ton of good putts that burn the edge and either the
I wonder what